milliliter. What
Plasma
does
at
it
3
mean?
liters. GFR is 125.
It means all the plasma is filtered 60 times in the
Plasma in 1 day is filtered 60 times. Okay? It indicates that kidneys actually monitor the concentration of everything, amount of everything in our body. Got it? By everything, I mean solute and water concentration. Okay. From this amount, reabsorption rate is, from this amount, 124 milliliter per minute is reabsorbed. What does it mean? It means urine volume is 1 milliliter per minute. Am I right? Okay. It is 178.5 liter per day is reabsorbed. It means 1.5 liter per day is urine volume. Got it? No question? Would you please repeat? Yes, of course. GFR in 2 millions, don't forget, in 2 millions of nephrons. GFR is 125 milliliter per minute. In tubes, 124 milliliter per minute is reabsorbed in 2 million nephrons, okay? And just 1 milliliter per minute is urine formation, is urine volume.
I'm sorry, but what is RR?
Or reabsorption rate.
Oh, okay.
Reabsorption rate, urine volume. Okay? Per day it is 180 liter per day. It is 178.5 per day, and it is 1.5 liter per day. Got it? No question.
No.
As you can see here in women, GFR is 10% lower than the men. And regarding filtration fraction, in renal physiology, we have a word which is called filtration fraction. Filtration fraction, it is very important. Okay. You have to memorize the formula. Filtration fraction. FF stands for filtration fraction. It is a fraction of plasma which is filtered into the 2 million nephrons. Okay? GFR is 125 milliliter per minute. RPF is renal plasma flow. RBF is renal blood flow. Okay? It is renal plasma flow. It is 625 milliliter per minute. It means filtration fraction is how many percent?
5?
Can you repeat?
0.2.
Calculate this for me.
20%. 20%.
20%. Filtration fraction is 20%. What does it mean?
It means 20% of the fluid filter of the plasma, which is filtered, is
filtered. That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Got it?
Can you repeat it?
Okay. The fraction of plasma, which is filtered into the Bowman's capsule of 2 million nephrons. Okay? It's called filtration fraction. No question?
What about the 80%?
80%, you have to divide 125 by 60.
No, I mean, what happens to it?
It's 1 to 5. It is something about when we can convert it to percent. Express based on percent, it is 25%. But
But the 80% and 20% of plasma is filtered. So the other 80% is not filtered. But then how we say that all the plasma in the body is filtered 60 times?
pay attention to this. It's not mean, for example, it doesn't mean. Suppose that here we have plasma and here is the other side is Bowman's capsule. Okay. It doesn't mean all plasma which is here begins to move to the other side. It doesn't mean. It means we have the same concentration. Okay, filtration is based on simple diffusion. It means the sodium concentration now is the same. Okay, potassium concentration is the same. Water concentration is the same. It doesn't mean all of the plasma, okay, is filtered. Got it? Okay. But, for example, proteins cannot filter. Blood cells cannot filter. No question? Regarding filtration barrier, how many layers do we have in our capillaries? How many layers is seen?
3.
How many layers are?
3, 4,
3.
4, 5.
Name them. What's the name?
200.
In capillaries, 2 layers. One is endothelium.
In the basal?
Epithelium.
Basement membrane.
Right.
Two layers in capillaries. But here in the kidneys, we have 3 layers. Okay, one is
Endothelium.
endothelium. Endothelium. I'm not sure about the dictation, okay? I'm sorry for any possible mistake. Endothelium is perforated here in the kidneys. It has a small holes. It means it allows substances which are less than holes to cross. Am I right?
Yes.
It is perforated. These perforated are called fenestra. Okay. For example, the size of fenestra is like it doesn't allow any substance which is larger than the holes to pass. Got it? It means it separates substances based on size. Am I right? Size. Okay. In addition to fenestra, in this layer, we have proteins in the membrane of endothelial cells. These proteins have negative charges. Okay? Negative charges. What does it mean? It means it separates
From
substances based on charge. Got it? This barrier, the first layer, separates substances based on size and charge. It doesn't allow negative ions to pass. For example, albumin, the most abundant protein in our body. The size of albumin is less than the size of pores. But these negative charges don't allow albumin to pass. Got it?
Yeah.
Why is that?
The second one is, you have any question?
Why is that? Why is that?
One,
Yes.
the reason for negative charges. Proteins in the membrane of endothelial cells. In the membrane, there are a lot of proteins. You have studied in cell physiology. Actually, most of the proteins have negative charges. Is negative charges? Don't allow negative ions to pass. The second layer is basement membrane. Completely the same as capillaries in the other organs of our body. Okay, up to here. In basement membrane, what do we have? We have a meshwork of protoglycans plus collagen fibers. Collagen fibers, protoglycan in different directions. Okay, it means it substances size, and protoglycan have negative charges. It means it separates based on charge 2. These layers separate substances based on both size and charge. The story is the same as in a different person. Up to here, everything is like all capillaries in our body. But in the kidney, actually the unique properties is that is the existence of third layer. Third layer is called epithelial cells. Epithelial. Cells of what? Epithelial. Cells of Bowman's capsule. It means the cells of Bowman's capsule, these cells, which are in direct contact with the wall of capillary, actually support capillary cells. Got it? But these cells have some podocytes, some foot-like processes. Okay, it is one cell, it has some foot-like processes. Okay, these processes are called podocytes. Okay, podocytes. Actually, podocytes support basement membrane. Okay, in a way that there is actually they separate based on size. Why? Because based between these podocytes, there is a gap. You can see here this gap. Okay, this gap is called a slit pore. The filter must be passed through a slit pores. Got it?
What should be passed between the slit pores?
Actually,
What is passed between the slit pores?
everything which can be passed based on size and charge up to here. Okay? It means a slit pores separate substances based on size. Okay? And proteins here have negative charges. It means it separates based on charge too. All of the layers separate substances based on charge and size.
Like, what is the part of basement membrane?
A slit pore, no. A slit pore is the gap between
The
podocytes of epithelial cells of Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule, epithelial cells of Bowman's capsule.
Isn't that a foot?
Okay. have some podocytes, okay, which support basement membrane. Got it? Between the podocyte is called slit pores. Substances pass through slit pores. Got it? No question?
I have a question. About the materials that have negative charge, like chlor or like this.
Like chloride?
Chloride, yeah, it can be enter.
Actually,
During the charge?
chloride ions are very, very smaller than the size of pores. For this reason, they pass with these.
No,
in a
about the
way
negative
that
charge,
the
they put it.
concentration of chloride ion is the same between glomerular capillary and Bowman's capsule. Let me show a diagram. Let me show it, and after that we can actually understand it. Three layers are seen here: endothelium, fenestra, basement membrane, and actually slit pores. You can see epithelial cells of Bowman's capsule, which have podocytes. The gaps between these podocytes are slit pores. We have talked about this part. And I'm searching for it's
Are those tables unimportant? The values, like
The
the
ones
tape
before.
previous.
to memorize the values, okay? If I want you to calculate something, I give you anything, any value, okay? And after that, you have to calculate it. Okay. Actually, regarding this figure, blue line shows dextran molecule which are without any charge. Neutral dextran with different sizes. Dextran is a synthetic molecule which is produced in different sizes and different charges. Got it? Here, blue line shows dextran molecules in different sizes without any charge. Am I right? Because
Yes.
it is neutral. As you can see, filterability 1, what does it mean? Filterability 1. What
Mean-
does filterability
I think it means maximum, like everything. The maximum filterability is 1
It means it is filtered
completely.
as freely as water. But because water is the smallest molecule in our body. When the size is less, is the least, what happens? The filterability is 1. As the size increases, filterability decreases. In this size, there is no filterability. Got it? Here, just by following the blue line, you can see the effect of size in filterability, on filterability. Okay? Now pay attention here. Polycationic dextran with different sizes. As you can see here, filterability decreases with size. But at any given size, for example, in this size, as you can see, polycationic dextran positive charges has more than neutral molecules. Got it? For example, in this size, as you can see, positive charges has more than negative
Negative.
charge.
The neutral.
Neutral molecules. Got it?
Yes.
No question? Pay attention here. Polyanionic dextran. As you can see here, with the size, filterability decreases. But again, at any given size, for example, in this size, as you can see, the filterability for positive charges are greater than neutral molecules, effect of charge. Got it? Actually, chloride ions are here, actually less than this amount. Less than this amount. For this reason, it is pH filtered. In addition that, actually all the time, chloride ion in our body follows sodium ions and water. Okay? For secretion, for filtration, and for reabsorption. We will talk about that. Okay, no question?
No.
I might ask you regarding this diagram, for example. Sometimes all of my questions are from figures, okay? Pay attention.
So charge
The
dominates
figures.
the size. Charge dominates the size. Charge. It
Charge.
dominates the size.
Charge.
Yeah, it dominates the size. All of them are same size, but the charge matters.
Yes,
So for this
actually,
as well,
these lines, red and black, show the effect of charge.
yeah.
Okay, but this one just shows the effect.
So we can say that charge has more of an effect on
No.
filtration.
Yeah.
We cannot see anything.
Oh, okay.
No, we cannot. We can never see.
So
It's different.
It depends on actually the specific charge, specific size. We cannot judge about it. Let's return back this slide. Okay, tell me please, when KF decreases, what's the effect of KF on GFR?
Decrease.
GFR, as a reminder, GFR is KF multiplied by filtration pressure. When KF decreases, GFR decreases.
Decreases.
Actually, KF decreases when there is renal disease, diabetes, or hypertension. It means all of these diseases affect on the structure of capillaries. Am I right? Because I told you KF depends on permeability multiplied by surface area. Am I right? It means anything, any condition which has negative effect on renal vascular system. Okay, it decreases GFR because it decreases KF. But I think it's clear. Am I right? Regarding PB, suppose that PB, it means hydrostatic pressure in woman's capsule increases. What happens? PB increases.
There's more liquids will absorb from the capillary.
GFR increases or
Yeah.
decreases?
As
Can you please repeat your question?
Should decrease.
Show it. Don't imagine that I keep all of these points in my mind. Just I draw all the time. I draw, and after that I talk about it with myself. Okay, I think about that. Suppose that PB increases. PB is hydrostatic pressure here. When it increases, GFR.
Decreases.
decrease.
GFR decreases. Why? Because it is an opposing force. Okay, it is opposing force for this reason. When PB increases, GFR decreases. PB increases as a result of existence of a stone, kidney stone, in any point of a nephron. For example, suppose that one stone is here. Just the function of this nephron is disturbed. Why? Because the stone is in this nephron. Now suppose that, for example, it is one collecting duct, cortical collecting duct. A stone is in cortical collecting. All nephrons which are connected to this cortical collecting duct, in all nephrons, PB increases. Got it?
Yes.
Now suppose that it's one kidney and a stone is here in the ureter.
For the whole kidney.
All nephrons of these kidney, 1 million nephron is
Wow.
actually yes, it has negative effect on 1 million of. Now suppose that the stone is in bladder. What happens? For example,
For both kidneys.
Through
They will
the
increase.
both kidneys. Okay, PB increases, but
Yes.
it depends on the location of stone. The next one is pi G. When pi G increases, GFR.
If the stone is present in the major kidneys.
Major, okay, all nephrons which are related to these pulses are actually PB increases in all nephrons. Okay. Pi G increases, it means
Osmotic pressure.
increases here. It is favoring or opposing.
Should be opposing.
Proteins here is favoring filtration or opposing.
Opposing.
Opposes.
Opposing.
Opposes, okay, because the direction of filtration is in this direction. It pulls water in this direction. Okay.
GFR
When
decreases.
It increases when renal blood flow decreases. Can you talk about that? When renal blood flow decreases, GFR decreases. Okay, let's other students to answer.
Can you repeat?
I say you when renal blood flow decreases, GFR decreases. Why? Talk about that by this factor, not the other factor.
Because high hydrostatic pressure is when more filtration. If the blood pressure is low,
No.
Because when the blood flow increases, the pressure also decreases. And as
Which
he
pressure
said,
is increased?
the favoring the pressure, which is 60.
Favoring, no.
I'm talking about the 60.
I think it has to do with that when renal blood flow increases, or rather decreases, sorry, the plasma proteins, they aren't moving that much, so they actually collect more in that area and increase the osmotic pressure of the glomerulus, which decreases the GFR.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Pay attention. Suppose that renal blood flow is low. Okay, it moves slowly. What happens? Blood moves slowly. It has enough opportunity to plasma has enough opportunity to filter. Okay, because the blood flow is slow. Ready? But when blood flow is rapid, is moving rapidly, what happens? Actually, there is no opportunity for filtration. But for this reason, we say when blood flow is less, is slow, what happens? Blood remains here more than normal state. What happens? Plasma is filtered more than normal state. Proteins of blood collect here, accumulate here, and pool water more than before, more than when the blood flow is normal. Okay, for this reason, pi G increases. Got it? It increases GFR.
Pi is more.
Okay, we got PG.
Osmotic
Hydrostatic
pressure, but the
pressure here, PG. A favoring force. Actually, it depends on three main items. It is very important. Pay attention, please. When arterial blood pressure increases or decreases, it has effect on PG. Am I right? Suppose that arterial blood pressure increases. You expect that PG increases. Okay, because I told you PG is the same as blood pressure. Okay? But when blood pressure decreases, PG decreases, and GFR decreases. Got it? Was it clear?
Yeah.
But kidneys have a mechanism which is called autoregulation, intrinsic mechanism in the kidneys. Because of autoregulation in the kidneys, actually the effect of blood pressure on GFR is less. Got it? For this reason, we say because of autoregulation, it has only a small effect. We will talk about that. Got it? The second item, which is important in determination of PG, is resistance of efferent arteriole. Let me explain first about resistance of afferent arteriole. Okay. Pay attention, please. It is important. Woman's capsule. We will talk about this area, not the tubes. Afferent arteriole, capillaries, and efferent. Now suppose that I increase the resistance of afferent arteriole. What happens for renal blood flow or plasma flow?
It's decreased.
It decreases. Got it? What happens for when resistance of afferent arteriole increases? For PG.
It's decreased.
Decreases. And GFR decreases. It is true all the time regarding. For example, I might ask you, for example, increase the resistance of, for example, if we have a mild increase in resistance of afferent arteriole, or moderate or severe, okay, no difference. All the time, RPF decreases, PG decreases, GFR decreases, okay. But regarding efferent arteriole, the story is a bit different, okay? Efferent arteriole. Suppose that I increase the resistance of efferent arteriole at moderate level, mild or moderate level. I increase the resistance. What happens for RBF and RPF?
Decrease.
All the time decrease, all the time. I increase the resistance here or here, all the time RBF and RPF decreases. What happens for PG?
Increase.
Decrease.
No, I think it should increase.
Here,
Should
blood
increase.
is actually is moving freely. Here,
Stop.
indeed,
Increase.
actually,
Increase because it's collecting in the glomerular. Damn it.
blood wants to leave the capillaries, but it doesn't allow. What happens? PG
Increases.
increases. Okay. I have a problem with my little one.
Glomerular.
PG increases. Don't forget PG increases. For this reason, GFR.
Glomerular.
Now suppose that we have there is severe constriction of which arteriole? Efferent arteriole. RPF or RPF
Decreases.
all the time decreases. What happens here? I told you here GFR
Should increase.
decreases because
Because the blood flow stops and it doesn't allow to pump.
blood flow is stopped or is moving very slow. What happens here?
Glomerular pressure stops.
Increase in pi G. Increase in pi G is more than increase in PG. Why? Because filtration fraction increases. Because blood has enough opportunity to be filtered. Got it? For this reason, we see increase in Ig is much more than increase in Pg. Filtration fraction increases and GFR decreases because it is opposing force, opposing pressure. Got it? No question?
When the resistance, let's say the resistance increases, blood flow should be faster.
In which condition?
And let's say resistance
In severe.
artery.
In severe.
No, not severe. In severe and in the moderate. When the canals get
In
narrow.
wide or moderate constriction of efferent, we are talking about efferent artery. Okay.
Afferent is different.
Yes. All the time when afferent arterial resistance increases, all the time RBF decreases, PG decreases, GFR
Because
decreases
more
all
blood
the
flow.
time.
Faster blood flow.
Yes, because it is the input flow, input part. Okay, it decreases the blood pressure inside the glomerular channel.
Yes, because it's faster blood flow.
But in efferent arterial, there is biphasic behavior. Okay, when there is mild or moderate constriction, what happens? PG increases.
Because it's low.
Yes, yes. When there is actually severe vasoconstriction, what happens?
PG decreases.
PG
Decreases.
more than, much more than PG. It's an opposing force and you got it. It is very, very important, okay? Be sure one of your question is from biphasic behavior of efferent artery.
Can backflow happen here or no? In severe constriction.
In severe
Could-
vasoconstriction, what?
Backflow
Backflow,
Yeah.
backflow of what?
of filtrate or
What
blood.
do you mean?
Like when it,
Backflow.
like when the filtrate, like in the blood, in the efferent one.
Movement from okay,
Extremely
so
slow.
all the time we have filtration, but the amount decreases. Okay, never we have backflow.
Huh.
Never. Okay. No question. Was it clear? Yes.
Would you repeat this?
Mild or moderate vasoconstriction. Who can talk about that for your essay? Who can explain it for your class? Who? Nobody. Nobody. You tell me please, when there is mild or moderate afferent arteriole is without any change. Efferent arteriole has moderate increase in resistance, moderate vasoconstriction. What happens? Okay, in this case, blood flows with this. Okay, when I increase here, blood, actually PG increases in the capillaries. For this reason, GFR increases. Also, RBF decreases. RBF decreases even either by vasoconstriction of afferent or efferent. Okay, in both conditions, RBF decreases. Got it? Okay. Now, suppose that I want to increase the vasoconstriction. What happens? Blood moves very, very slow. It means here filtration fraction increases because plasma has enough opportunity to be filtered. What happens here? Proteins accumulate here and exert a great colloid osmotic pressure. But for this reason, pi G, increasing pi G is much more than increasing PG. For this reason, it opposes actually GFR. GFR decreases. It doesn't mean there is backflow from woman's capsule. GFR decreases. Got it? No question? Something else is regarding this one. For water, you can see molecular weight and filtration. For filterability is 1